Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of TarotCelebritea with your boy Ducky. Today, we are going to be doing a reading for Abhishek Malhan and Jiya Shankar. So, first and foremost, remember that these videos are for entertainment purposes. And why is that, you may ask? Well, that is because we do not have Abhishek Malhan, nor do we have Jiya Shankar here to confirm nor deny that what I'm seeing in the cards or how I'm interpreting the cards, whether it resonates with them or not, we just won't know for sure. So just remember to take these videos with a grain of salt. And also, please note that I pronounce everyone's names to the best of my ability. So my intention here is not to disrespect anyone. Um, and we are just here to get the tea based off of the cards that come up. But then, most importantly, we want to figure out how these two beautiful, lovely people can, continue to raise their vibration and continue to live abundantly. So that's what's most important. It's great to know our weaknesses, or it's great to know what is going on with our situation, but what's most important then is to how to overcome the hurdle or how to raise our vibration so we can continue to live our best lives. Okay, so let's get started on Abhishek Malhan and Jiya Shankar's reading. So we're just going to start with a general overall vibe of both of these two, Abhishek Malhan and Jiya Shankar. Let's get a vibe. We got Death in Reverse. Okay. Quite a heavy card to start with, but we'll get into it. Let's keep going. We got the Chariot in reverse. Ooh. Okay, let's keep going. And then we got the Fool. Okay, so I'm hearing once I drew the Chariot in reverse, I was hearing like not this, like we're not, this isn't the vibe. This is not the way to go about things. Um I'm hearing or I'm seeing that like with the Death card coming here in reverse along with the Chariot. It's crazy that all three of the cards that I drew are major arcana cards. So it seems like these two are very close. Um Whenever a lot more major arcana cards pop up in a reading, these are the first 22 cards of the deck that symbolize very pivotal or major moments of our lives. It it means that like there's a big chapter. Or this is a big chapter in each other's life. So Abhishek Malhan and Jiya Shankar, when they think about one another or their overall energy is just that they know or they hold a very dear place in their heart for one another, because it seems like the two of them got through a big hurdle or a big life obstacle or a big pivotal moment in their life. They got through it together. Um, with the Death card coming here in reverse, normally Death can talk about immense transformations, right? But this card comes in reverse. So this immense transformation that happened, it was either forced upon them or it was something that they had to do. It was something that they had no other choice. And so basically, like, they needed to make this change. Whether they wanted to or not, it happened. Um, so I'm getting the sense that like the two of them maybe they had to endure some kind of crazy changes that maybe forced them to go in a different path than they were hoping for. So I really feel like the two of them are very well bonded in knowing that sometimes life is going to throw obstacles your way, and it's going to force you to change your trajectory. The path that you thought you were going to be on has to move, it has to change, it has to be altered in order for new experiences and new growth to happen. So I feel like the two of them know that they have endured some changes or some obstacles that were placed upon them that they didn't really have much control over, but it helped them learn more about themselves. It helped them gain new opportunities, learn new skills, learn how to take risks and take chances because maybe things forced them to go a different path than they were hoping for. So that's what I'm seeing. Um, let's keep going. Let me know what you thought of this. If you know about Abhishek Malhan and Jiya Shankar, if maybe things happened in their lives independently or maybe together that forced them to kind of make some changes, but uh, ultimately it helped them learn a lot new skills and teach them how to take bold risks. So that's good. I think that these two have a really good, solid connection, which is beautiful. All right, let's keep going on Abhishek Malhan's thoughts on Jiya Shankar. So let's move these up a little bit. Oop. Okay. All right, let's go. So, what are Abhishek Malhan's thoughts on Jiya Shankar? When he thinks of Jiya, what does he think? What comes to his mind? We got the Knight of Pentacles at the top of the deck, and at the bottom, the Knight of Cups in reverse. Wow. Okay, now Jiya Shankar. When she thinks of Abhishek Malhan, what does she think? What does she feel? What comes to her mind? Let's see. We got the Hierophant, oh, I'm sorry, the Emperor in reverse. Can I read? Sometimes. All right, and I guess I already started shuffling, so again, so let me shuffle some more. There we go. Temperance. Wow, look how beautiful. Okay, so let's start with ladies first. So Jiya Shankar, when she thinks of Abhishek Malhan, what does she think? She thinks of someone who sometimes can be a little bit irritable. The Emperor is ruled by Aries, and it's a fire sign, right? It's the first sign in the Western zodiac, and it's a fire sign. And fire can represent passion towards your ambitions. So I feel like when Jiya Shankar thinks of Abhishek Malhan, she thinks of someone who's very passionate, but sometimes this passion is can be taken as maybe a little bit egotistical. I'm getting the sense that maybe Abhishek Malhan has been wanting to receive some kind of award, or he's hoping to win an award that he hasn't won yet. So it seems that he's wanting some kind of status. He is yearning for some kind of status, some kind of like, I don't want to say like power or control, but he wants some kind of recognition. And Jiya Shankar sees this about Abhishek Malhan, and when she thinks about him, she thinks of someone who just really wants to win a lot of awards or have a lot of accolades, have a lot of recognition that maybe he hasn't received as much. So she sees that about him, and sometimes people misconstrue his passion as maybe overly egotistical or overly boisterous. I don't know, something like that, but I don't think that's the case because she also thinks he's very well balanced. With temperance here, ruled by Sagittarius. Wow, so many major arcana cards coming out. This is ruled by Sagittarius, another fire sign, mutable fire sign, so they can ebb and flow. They're very versatile. They embrace change. So Jiya Shankar sees Abhishek Malhan as someone who's very well balanced, who, especially when it comes to change. He he is he easily pivots from one thing to the next. If something's not working, he easily moves to the next. So she admires him. That's what I'm seeing, is like there's an admiration for his balance, his the way that he can just go with the flow. Ebb and flow, baby. He might be very passionate, but he's able to change that passion and that fire into, whatever he needs to do, or whatever he needs to act upon, he does it. So that's what I'm seeing here. Some beautiful balance that Jiya Shankar sees within Abhishek Malhan. but sometimes maybe he can get a little bit irritable, or maybe he gets a little bit angry if he gets nominated for an award and someone else wins, or if he doesn't even get nominated. He wants this power, or not power, he wants these accolades, he wants the recognition. Um and sometimes maybe him wanting that, again, that recognition can be misconstrued by other people as like, oh wow, he has a big ego or something like that. But I don't think that's it. I think he just really wants to know that people value his work ethic, or his hard work, or his efforts that he has put into his projects. So that's what I'm seeing. Now, Abhishek Malhan's thoughts on Jiya Shankar. Let's start with Knight of Pentacles. When Abhishek Malhan thinks of Jiya Shankar, he thinks of someone who's very slow and steady. You know, like the story about the turtle and the hare. Um, Jiya Shankar, maybe it took a little bit of a while for her to gain more success or to gain notoriety, but she has always had a strong work ethic, and she's very patient. She knows that, you know, the strong work ethic that she has is going to come into fruition. It's going to bring in abundance. She just has to keep at it. She has to keep patiently working. And this is something that Abhishek Malhan really admires about Jiya Shankar. He admires someone who is just, you know, protects their energy, but is very hardworking, and also smiles, is able to have fun at the hard work, and is able to embrace the process working towards their goals. So he really admires Jia Shankar's way of embracing and just having fun with the process of working hard towards a long-term goal. Now, with the Knight of Cups coming in reverse, though, Abhishek Malhan sees Jia Shankara. Sometimes she can be a little bit hard on herself, especially emotionally. Sometimes the Knight of Cups, look at this, like he has a cup ready to offer to someone. He knows what he has to offer. He's very self reassuring in regards to what he has to offer emotionally, but this card came in reverse. So it seems like maybe Jia Shankar sometimes has a hard time tapping into her emotions, or being vulnerable enough to let other people see some of her insecurities, or some of her vulnerabilities. And Abhishek Malhan sees that sometimes Jia Shankar can be very hard on herself emotionally. Like, oh no, like I don't think I have that much to offer in a relationship or in a friendship. I don't know. Sometimes I'm getting the sense that out of the two, maybe Jia Shankar can be a little bit more emotionally down on herself, or a little bit hard on herself. Maybe she can struggle a little bit more with like emotional depression. Sometimes it's easier for her to kind of slip into these emotional down or negative feelings. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. That sometimes, you know, Abhishek Malhan, when he thinks of Jia Shankar, he thinks of someone who's very hardworking, very patient, and trusts the process, and knows that if they trust the process, things are going to come to fruition as long as they maintain their work ethic. But at the same time, when he thinks of Jia Shankar, he also sees someone who sometimes can be a little bit emotionally hard on themselves. So that's something that she can work on for sure. All right, let's get some beautiful advice to finish off this reading for Abhishek Malhan and Jia Shankar. We will get one card, one tarot card, and one oracle card. This card feels good. We got Justice in reverse. All these major arcana cards. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of the 8 cards I've drawn are major arcana cards. So these two really value each other for sure. They have been there for one another in a very pivotal role, or pivotal moment in each other's lives, is kind of what I'm seeing based off of the cards that are coming up. Let me know if that resonates with what you know of these two. It might not, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. And we got Shark. Lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. Yes. Okay, so again, full circle. Remember how with the death card coming in reverse, I mentioned that some changes that happened within their lives were kind of forced upon them. These changes weren't kind of decisions that they made upon themselves. These were kind of things that they had to do, these changes that they were forced to do based off of like circumstances that were outside of their control. So, the advice I'm seeing for these two is like, yes, if things aren't just, if things don't seem balanced or if things don't seem fair, it's okay, that you know that there's a little bit of unfairness. Maybe these two have to endure a lot more criticism, or they get more like opinions from other people, and sometimes it doesn't seem fair. The advice that I'm seeing regarding their connection or their energy right now is that they're still kind of enduring things that may not seem as fair to them, but um I'm getting the sense that like if as long as like they learn how to continue to lead with power and with peace, these things that seem a little bit unfair to them are going to be blessings in disguise. Remember how I mentioned like some of these challenges or obstacles or changes that they had to do, maybe caused them to go on the wrong track, or it caused them to like change the direction that they were hoping to go in, but ultimately it was for the eventual good for both of them, and they learned how to kind of take risks or learned how to kind of take a leap of faith. um yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing, is to just trust that sometimes when things happen that maybe are a little bit bad, or things that are out of their control force them to kind of change directions and swim in a different direction, that as long as they lead powerfully and peacefully and they stay centered in their emotions, they are going to be able to realize that these unjust actions or things that have come upon them have been blessings in disguise, and things are going to be a lot smoother for them. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing, is that there's still some things that are going on in both of their respective lives that maybe are outside of their control, but what's in our control is how we react to things. And this is something I need to focus on more, right? Because sometimes it's easier said than done, but something we all have in we're all in control of is how we react to things. We don't have control of how things or people react to us, but we're always in control of how we react to certain situations that happen in our lives, or people's actions towards us. So, as long as they realize that they can still be peaceful and lead courageously with patience and with calm emotions, that things will turn around and the scales of justice will eventually turn around, and get back in their favor. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Let me know what you thought of this reading, what you thought of this video. Um, Feel free to hit that subscribe button if you haven't hit that subscribe button. It always makes me feel motivated to continue to make these videos for y'all. And remember to take care of yourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, sexually, and financially. Love and respect yourselves and others as best as you can. And as always, stay hydrated, okay? But I'm gonna balance it. I got my coffee, and then I got my tea, my herbal non caffeinated tea, okay? Yes. So that's it for me. Thank y'all so much. If you have any other requests, feel free to let me know what videos you would like me to do, or to do readings on. I cannot guarantee that I can make all of the videos for you, but they always help me stay motivated to know that y'all enjoy these videos and you want to see more. So that's it for me. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.